My name is John Scammell. I'm the Managing Director of MC Private Finance. We're a boutique private finance brokerage based in Mayfair. The mortgage market does appear to now have come out of a period of turbulence. UK base rate rose 13 times between December 21 and August 23. It's now sitting at 5.25%, with the next meeting of the MPC scheduled for the beginning of November. The consensus is that we're close to, if not now at, the peak of this cycle, and that base rate will start to fall away gradually over the next year or so. House prices in prime central London have been especially resilient to the effects of higher mortgage rates and the increased cost of living, with only a minor dip in prices year to date. This appears to be predominantly due to buyers being less reliant on debt, especially in more traditional prime areas such as Mayfair and Westminster, compared to areas like Shoreditch and Clerkenwell, which have been more price sensitive. Savills' latest forecast is that prime central London house prices will fall by around 2% this year and then recover from next year onwards. One of the biggest challenges posed by the recent turbulence in the mortgage market has been with regards to buy-to-let mortgages. Following on from the significant changes in the taxation of buy-to-lets held in personal name and the surcharge on stamp duty for additional properties, the increases to lending rates have fed through to the stress tests that lenders must apply to the rental income. Buy-to-let lenders are finding various ways of navigating this issue, and it's essential you get professional advice to ensure that you get the best deal in this current market. One area that we've seen substantial growth in recently is the short-term bridging market. As always, when more mainstream funding lines dry up, clients are more amenable to those secondary lenders and prepared to pay more in interest initially in order to secure an asset, especially if there's scope to make a good profit in the longer term. Rents in general nationwide have increased substantially over the last couple of years, predominantly driven by the underlying costs of the landlord having a mortgage on that property. So the majority of buy-to-let landlords have traditionally had a mortgage in place, and the increasing cost of that mortgage has fed through to landlords charging more rent. Various pieces of regulation over the last 5 or 6 years have increased the cost of borrowing for landlords. The buy-to-let stress testing, which came in about 6 years ago, meant that the majority of landlords, especially in central London, had to start taking longer-term fixed rates, which by default were more expensive, with larger fees. Those fed through then to initial uplift in rental values. And then the recent changes with regards to higher interest rates for the last 18 months or so, 24 months, means again there's been a knock-on effect to landlords charging more rent to the extent where you've seen substantial rises, especially in London over the last 12 months or so. There is a feeling of some stability in the market, and lenders are now keen to lend again.